You are watching the Gears Cup Series exclusively here on Twitch.tv. Get ready for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 at Auto Club Speedway. Race 2 of 3 in the round of 8 coming up next. Big shout out to Janik713, Swag LZ246, Rowdy Fan 17, and Earnhardt Fan 2928 for the latest follows. Again, we are moments away from qualifying for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200, sponsored by Leak Rescue Plumbing, LLC out of Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, everyone, we are get set and underway here shortly for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. Again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat, bringing you all the action here tonight as we are just about set for some hot action at Auto Club. Again, nice to have you along with me here tonight as I'm getting ready to make the call. Hope you guys are having a good evening, too. There's a lot going on with such little time to cover it, bringing it here live. Now, again, I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. Hopefully you are having a good Friday night, having a couple of beverages or unwinding, however it is that you do. So get right down and dirty. Not going to see much of me like always, but you're going to see plenty of what the points are. So the points here currently as it stands, Van Drugman, and that is not a typo on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. He has 9 wins on the season. He has 128 points to the good, 85 playoff points accumulated. So basically right now it's who's going to knock him off, and they don't have many more opportunities to do it. Again, we are in race 29 of 33 as we are getting down to 5 races to go. Again, take a look at that. Take a look at your favorite driver. See if he's in this mix. Again, Mike DeWalt, Perrin Huggins, Travis Stroney, and Kyle Munson all under the cut line. They still have tonight's race and the cutoff race next week to try to do something about it. But it's all Van Drugman and Brad Gutierrez as it stands. We'll bring in now the sights and sounds of Auto Club Speedway as we are just a moment away from it all going to qualifying. Again, we'll take a moment here. And get ready for this showdown. Whoa, big sounds. Big sounds here. Trying to do something to make something happen here, but it is a pain in the ass. Trying to do too much, he says. But we're going to make it happen because it is for a good cause. So, see what we can do to make that happen. Well, we're going to roll with it because that's what we do. Again, lone qualifying, we'll get a playoff driver, see if we can ride along with them. As it's time to turn up the heat in the final 8. Let's see. Do we have dancing right now out on the track? Looks like Travis Stroney is. Let's go see what this young man is all about. Again, he's in 7th out of the 8 so far. Hell yeah. Thank you, Shady Bat, for the follow, bringing us up to 490, 10 away from the road to 500. Shouting out his boy Tristan Acevedo. Go San 448. That is the man. I love Tristan. He's a good dude. Love racing with him in the Sprocket Series. It kind of sucks that that's over, to be honest. That was such a fun. You were watching an ad. Sorry, buddy. Hey, if you got Prime, bro. Got Prime. Sub the channel. It's ad-free. Again, I did change up how that works to give you the bare minimum. But here we are, Travis Stroney, his first lap. Coming around turn 3 and turn 4. And on to the front stretch we go for the Strohs Lawn Care. 21 machine crosses the finish line. Where is he going to go? 41.34 for second place so far. James Bowles is your pole sitter at the moment with only 2 drivers going. Travis Stroney's second lap. Let's see if he can make it a doozy. Going down that backstretch. Watch that car bounce. Goes into 3 and 4. Coming out nicely is the 21. Crosses the finish line. What has he got? Bumped all the way down to 7th. Can he make any improvements? He will with a 41.03 to put him in 3rd. TJ Hubbard with a 40.92 and Perrin Huggins with a 40.92. So very good from the 21 team, kind of falling down the board. I hear Rodriguez now taking over on the leaderboard. See who else is out there. Kyle Munson. I love Carr. I love Carr too. Do you like Cargo? Excuse me. .41.43, good enough for 24th. Second lap, crossing the finish line. All the way up to 11th with a 40.99 for Kyle Munson. Again, the last guy on that totem pole when it comes to being in the final 8. Mike DeWalt now, 41.17 his first lap. What will his second lap be? And it looks like for Mike, good enough for 3rd with a 40.68. Matthew Weeks on the pole with a 40.64. And we're having fun. Something that is not so fun are the people that are affected by Hurricane Helene. Again, don't donate to FEMA because they're not doing a damn thing down there. Donate to Operation Airdrop, which you can find on Facebook. Fuel helicopters to save North Carolina mountain communities. That's on a GoFundMe. You're going to have to Google it, but Save Our Allies is also one of the places you can donate to as well. I had to throw this together last second. I didn't have time to make you a better one. But again, if you're looking to donate and help the people down south affected by Hurricane Helene, specifically the North Carolina area, Operation Airdrop, fuel helicopters to save North Carolina mountain communities, and Save Our Allies. Again, we'll pop that up again here as we go along in tonight's show. We just want to give anybody an outlet. So if you're thinking about it, if you're thinking about donating, please do. And we'll try to help you out there. We know a couple people who are a part of that. And we'll be happy to get you connected to the right resources. Again, not a sponsor of tonight's race, just something that we're doing here just because it needs to happen. Got a long race here tonight. Let me feed you what it's going to be. So tonight it's going to be 100 laps. No stages or stage breaks. No fast repairs. You get 4 tire sets. Max fuel capacity is 70%. Now that should get you about 30 laps, I'm told. Again, the weather is going to be about noontime. Oh, shit. Militia gifting a Tier 1 sub to the Horseboat community, up to 17 out of 20, trying to reach that goal of 20. Thank you, Militia, for re-upping your subscription. He has been paying the bills and gifting a sub to Christopher Herm 99 as well. So again, thank you for that. Getting you some Tristan Acevedo TV time for you. There's a couple people in the house that are big 448 fans, including myself. I'm a big 448 fan. I want him to get a win here somewhere down the line. I don't know if it's going to be in 2024, but I hope in 2025. As they are finishing up their warm-up. See Matt Albert there. We'll show you one more time the drivers that are in it here. Again, this is race 2 of 3 of this round of 8. Again, it cuts off to 4 after next week. And before I forget, let's show you the schedule. So the rest of the way here, as we are getting down to the end of the season here, Auto Club is tonight. The cutoff round is October 11th for Homestead, Miami. Then the Final 4 will carry on to Darlington, Bristol, and Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Your points again as they sit: Van Drugman, Brant Gutierrez, Connor Rowe, Justin Shoup, Mike DeWalt, Perrin Huggins, Travis Stroney, and Kyle Munson. Again, almost time to rock and roll here at Auto Club. All right. So for tonight's race, you're looking at your pole sitter here, Matthew Weeks, Nicholasville, Kentucky native. Outside of him is going to be the 8 of Perrin Huggins. In row 2, we have Mike DeWalt in the 9 machine, playoff contender, and outside of him going to be the 88 of Trey Holmes. In row 3, you have the 14 of Ethan Burrell, and then the 4 of David Tucker. In row 4, you have Yahir Rodriguez making his return to the Gears Cup Series. On the outside of him, the 45 of Van Drugman. In row 5, you have the 32 of Jacob Malone and the 78 of Justin Vandermerel. In row 6, you have the 35 of TJ Hubbard and the 33 Sprocket Series champion, Brandon Meyer. Row 7, you have the 19 of Keaton Salyers and the 51 of Floyd Stewart. In row 8, you have the 66 of Ryan Robertson. Looks like he's making his last start here tonight. And the 40 of Kyle Munson. In row 9, we have the 22 of Josh Cole and the 67 of Kendorian Davis. In row 10, you have the 21 of Travis Stroney and the 27 of Joey Berge. In row 11, you have the 7 of Joseph Enright and the 85 of James Bowles. The 25 of Christopher Pugliese and Robert Fitzpatrick take up row 12. Row 13 looks like Justin Shoup, Dustin Wells, Stephen Gurley Jr., Brad Gutierrez, Tyrone Reed, Skylar Comstock, Tristan Acevedo, Nathan Fuller, Matt Albert, and Connor Rowe. Again, this is what I've been waiting for all week. These guys race Auto Club very well every season, it would appear. So I can only hope tonight is just the same feeling. Again, Matthew Weeks showing up in a wonderful scheme. Looking good, feeling good, and that's how winners win, right? Dominant force when he's been back in the cockpit. I just wanted to say cockpit. Pace car is off. We are ready and set
green flag,
for the
green
Kevin
flag.
Harvick Tribute 200 here for the Gears Cup Series. Already trying to take it personally. Look at that. Moving around like a herd of turtles. Oh! We already got people sliding across the wall, and the 33 goes across. No! Josh Cole going around. Joey Berge. And the first lap shenanigans happen yet again. Getting everybody getting a little too aggressive. And Berge just can't get that thing straight. Too much Red Bull here on the first start of the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. Not very Kevin Harvick-like. Harvick-like. Let's see what exactly played out here. Looks like Brandon Myers up near there. Looks like Trey Holmes checked up in the wall against Van Trugman. There goes Meyer. Floyd gets involved a little bit there. Josh Cole getting in it. Let's back it up and see what we can see here. Yeah, it looks like Trey Holmes right up front got wiggly, banging into Van Drugman. Chaos started. Yeah, look at that. Oh, Ryan Robertson got it. No, and just caught Berge. That is unfortunate. It looks like mostly everybody got out of this okay. Maybe except for the 33 of Brandon Meyer. Let's ride along here. Let's see what the 21. I can find his car. There he is. Travis Strong. In first lap shenanigans. Come back to bite again. That is unfortunate. Since I have the time to do it, I'm going to do it. Donut Box Cup Series Monday night. Save the Tatas Breast Cancer Awareness 150 at WWT Raceway Park at Gateway. Join me live Monday night as we're trying to save the Tatas. A lot of pink will be on the track, and we hope to have you with us here for Monday night for the Donut Box Cup Series, only here at Casa de la Horseball. Perrin Huggins, your leader now, as we couldn't even focus on what was happening up front due to the shit that was going on mid into the rear of the field. Hopefully that was a one-off, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like the lights on the pace car are off, which means we're going to get back at it here relatively soon. As they re-rack and get back to green flag racing, Perrin Huggins is on the front line there, your front row, your front guy, the one, the only, Perrin Huggins. And the outside of him is going to be Mike DeWalt. Row 2 is going to look like the 32 of Jacob Malone and the 14 of Ethan Burrell. Matthew Weeks backed up all the way to 5th with Yahir Rodriguez in 6th. TJ Hubbard in 7th. David Tucker in 8th. Justin Vanderbilt in 9th. And it looks like either be Justin Shoup or Keaton Salyers. Keaton Salyers. I'm going to say Keaton just because of the sweet Miami Heat. Again, there you have it. We'll turn this music down and hopefully get back to some green flag racing here. Again, very important race here for our contenders. As you can see, 2 of them are right there on that front row. Both of them needing good finishes tonight to have a chance next week at Homestead, Miami. 8 leads us down in the Geico restart zone. We're going to get back at it for Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. Looks like everybody's okay right now. Yahir Rodriguez looking to make a move on the 14. Let's see. Again, banging doors again at 999. Trying to make some moves. 4 wide going into turn 3. Very briefly, but I have it on camera as evidence. 3 wide through 3 and 4, and this is for, I don't know, 9th, 10th? Huggins, Malone, Burrell, DeWalt, and Rodriguez, your top 5. Some good battling up here as well. Right on board with the 14 of Ethan Burrell. Oh, Bowles and Keaton Salyers banging doors. Everybody's got themselves spread out a little bit. Looks like nobody's rubbing elbows right now, which is good, except maybe back here. Van Drugman dropped all the way back now to 25th. It'll be interesting to see if he can persevere here at Auto Club. Whoa, dip into the inside is 45. As soon as I say his name or his number, he's like, let me show you what I can do. You don't know how high I can fly. Action-packed here in the back. Munson, Fuller, Drugman. See, and right here, Christopher McLeese on the top side in that Golden Army machine. Looking back a little further. Again, our race sponsor here tonight, the Rescue League Plumbing LLC out of Charlotte. Ryan Robertson doesn't look bueno. Slow car on the track. Hopefully he can figure it out. But Perrin Huggins, your leader, P. Huggies, out on top here now. We are, once he crosses the finish line here, a 10th in to this 100-lap feature. Fuel mileage would be about 30 laps or so. I know I said that earlier in the pre-show. But I feel like you should know it again, hear it again. Good Lord. Perrin Huggins, Jacob Malone, Mike DeWalt, Ethan Burrell, and Yahir Rodriguez, your top 5. tried my first race in VR last night. That was insane at Talladega, man. Anybody watching this race and I put you in the wall, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But it was fun, nevertheless. It's a different feel than driving with 3 screens. I've got 3 screens. But putting on the VR goggles it felt different. I'm sure that's how it feels when you make the switch. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I won't go back when I race. I'll just race VR. I don't know. Again, you're watching the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 here at Auto Club for the Gears Cup Series race 29 of 33. Season is almost over. So if you happen just to figure us out and find us now, we're almost done, but the holiday series is yet to come. We'll do a couple broadcasts here over the holiday season. But a wonderful season it has been so far. We've had a roller coaster of ups and downs. Drama as always with any racing league. But nevertheless, a fun season and a learning experience for a lot of our drivers. Some of these drivers realize they have to step up their game if they want to compete here, especially when you have the likes of Van Drugman. Curtis_91 says, could I join Gears when I join iRacing? You have to have a C license in oval. That is our minimum requirement right now. You could join to hang out and race with us when we do pickup races. I don't think anybody would have a problem with that.
Caution, yellow
flag.
We've
got some action. Tyrone Reed involved in that one. Just happened to see his car. That's why I said his name so long. So I was trying to tie in who else was with him. Justin Vandermerel there as well. Getting loose, getting slobber, and taking Vandermerel with him. Woo! Gone for a ride. And Curtis, we do primarily operate out of Discord. So if you have Discord, we can get you into that for all the information that you're going to need to be involved with us. Appreciate reaching out because that's awesome. And it goes for anybody else. See Oval license if you're interested in iRacing. Joining a league instead of playing officials, we get that. Riding on board with the 78 Furniture Row of Justin Vandermerel. And it looks like when Tyrone went up, the air kind of came off that back end and just clipped him. Does he save it? That's what I want to know. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I think Tyrone is okay as well. Not a lot of damage. That shit happens when you party naked. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know if he's partying naked, so don't. He might get mad at me for saying that. But he just kind of got a little air out from under him in 3 and 4. Couldn't keep her straight. But that's all right. Grand Theft Auto. Chevy Camaro survives to live another day. Bang out those little dents, and he'll be right back at it. Again, our second caution of the night. Perrin Huggins has led most of this one for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 here on Casa de la Horseboat. Again, I'll bring back that ad because I can and I will. Again, if you're looking to donate for the efforts of Hurricane Helene, Operation Airdrop on Facebook is the place to go. Also, the Fuel Helicopters Are Saved North Carolina Mountain Communities. That's a GoFundMe. Go check them out. And as well as Save Our Allies. Got a lot of people in need out there that aren't being helped by our government. And we, the people, need to step in and help out. So, again, any donations go there. If you have questions on how to get there, let me know. I'll help you and guide you. I've got somebody that I know who works directly with them that'll be able to give us a hand. Again, if you can help, do your part. I know the people of North Carolina would greatly appreciate that. Again, as I mentioned, we are right in the middle of the round of 8 Good finishes are a must if you are in contention right now. Again, if you're an 8th, I don't know if you're really in it to win it right now just because of Van Drugman and the domination. But Kyle Munson is putting up a hell of a fight. He's hanging around in 20th. Love Munson. Munson is probably one of my favorite people in Gears just because of his obsession with his pets. He posts cat pictures in our pets thread. Recently got a 3D printer. One of the first fucking things he does, I shit you not, is he makes a Batman mask for his cats. And I love it. I love it. Love that or hate it. I think it's fantastic. His cats hate it, and I love it. Entertainment for me. So hats off to you, Kyle Munson, for those amazing Bat-Cat pictures. As we get back to green flag racing, re-rack, as it were. It looks like Nathan Fuller is going to be on the front row with the 24 machine. The inside of him is going to be the 91 of Dustin Wells, Matt Albert and Justin Van Morel in row 2. Jacob Malone and Ethan Burrell, row 3. Row 4 is going to be Mike DeWalt and Perrin Huggins. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be 11 of Matthew Weeks and the 999 of Justin Shoup. Again, we are 10 followers away to the road to 500. When I get to 500, I'm going to do a little giveaway. A classic die cast that I'll send you. A couple of Milwaukee Tool t-shirts, some Gears swag, little coaster thing, little horse boat sticker. Show you the love, little Gears stickers, put on your car, whatever the hell you do. Again, that is going to be the road to 500. Nathan Fuller leading us off in the Geico restart zone. Bingo, bango, bongo. I just want to play the drums. Holy shit, Captain. Auto Club is nasty, girlfriend. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Oh, there goes Matt Albert. Matt playing with the devil's lighter and got himself burned. Let's see what happened here. Gears Cup Series instant replay. Looks like Matt 4 wide. Oh, and Stephen Gurley gives him the old what's what. Left hook. Right around on the backstretch. No damage done. We'll see what happened there. Give us just see what happened here with Stephen Gurley Jr. It's right on board with the Amon Gerbach North America equipment, dental equipment, I should say. Oh, there's that. Okay, so that wasn't him. Who was it? Was it Dustin Wells? Might have been Dusty Wells. Let's see what happened here. Do racing skim skills correlate to parking skills? It depends on how good of a parker you are. If you're an ass at parking, you're not going to be good here. Let's see what happened. Yep, there it is. This is it. Oh, mama. Such a shame they decided to destroy this track. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree, 110%. Wells just putting him around. Again, no malicious intent in my opinion. Just shit happening. Yeah, it is a shame they destroyed Auto Club. Not happy about that at all. Post-race tonight, gonna do my first stream of Golf Plus in VR. If you want to catch me catching strokes, that's what she said. That's what she said. Check it out here about a half hour after this stream has ended. I'll be playing with none other than Jonathan Militia is going to offer up his time. And join me live for some Golf Plus in VR up next, following the post-race show. So if you want to see some stupid shit, watch Militia get really mad, I suggest you tune in. Nathan Fuller, your leader, with Justin Vandermerel, Jacob Malone, Ethan Burrell, and Matthew Weeks. Your top five currently with Perrin Huggins, Mike DeWalt, Justin Shoup, Yahir Rodriguez, and Keaton Salyers to round out your top 10. Biggest mover of the night so far is that of your front runner. Nathan Fuller started 31st. Worked his way up to the front in that Majors Esports 24 machine. Looks like they're going to get the one to go this time by and re-rack. And it looks like Fuller and Vandermerel on your front row. Again, next week, Homestead, Miami for the cutoff from 8 to 4 after that race. If I'm live in that points, or if that points table breaks to know our top four, I will definitely tell you that at that time. Otherwise, pay attention on our Twitter or X page, on TikTok, and on the old Instagram. Again, I know these drivers don't want to make it a long night. Richmond last week was kind of a long night for some of these folks. Not trying to do the same thing there, but on the restart there, they just all were kind of spread out there on the backstretch. Dustin Wells just catching the left rear corner panel of Matt Albert, sending him around, but no damage really done. Just caused the 48 to drop back just a little bit. Scared the shit out of me, but Luke the King, 2015 for the follow, 491. Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for the follow. Do appreciate that. You literally scared the shit out of me. Nathan Fuller, I got to turn that down. Thank you for reminding me. Here we go. Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. Resuming green flag racing. Get 9 away from the road to 500. Can't wait to get there. I want to give some shit away. Fuller, Malone, Weeks, Vandermerel, and Burrell, your top five. But Rodriguez, DeWalt, Shoup, Salyers, Stroney, and Bowles right there with Brad Gutierrez in tow. Side by side. Everybody behind the leader jockeying for position. Here goes Malone in the 32 underneath the white line going for the lead. He's got it. Hot damn. 32 is out for blood here tonight. Malone, Vandermerel, Fuller, Weeks, and Burrell, your top five. A lot of weaving back here. Stroney making a ballsy move to get in front of Kendorian Davis. Kyle Munson having no help to the inside. Maybe catching the wind off of the 84, but not by much. Comstock to the top in that natural light pink and tan or flesh tone or whatever you want to call it. We got a battle up front for the lead. Vandermerel going for it. Huggins to the inside now. He's going for it. Oh, Fuller and Vandermerel in the wall with Rodriguez. Are they calling that a caution? Yes, they are. Oh, Rowe getting involved. That is huge. Oh, no. We got to back that ass up for the Gears Cup Series Instant Replay powered by meandyourmom.com. Backing it up, and we go. He's just trying to avoid it. He sees things are happening. Nowhere to go, and then clips. Looks like Pugliese. And that is unfortunate for the 5 car. But Rodriguez, let's ride along with him. Yeah, Fuller gets loose and puts himself and Van der Merel into the wall. Damn. I'm back for iRacing. Wow. Okay. Thank you for the follow-up to 492. Getting close to 500. That's some heat. Appreciate the follow and the love. 492 to be exact. 8 away from 500. As we're crawling right there. We're 3 subs away from 20. Wanted to do a giveaway there too, so I'm looking forward to doing that. We're getting close to a couple milestones, and honestly, I didn't think we'd make it here this year. Ethan Burrell, Matthew Weeks, James Bowles, Brad Gutierrez, and Kyle Munson currently your top 5. When we get back in to green flag action, I'm going to get you guys a loose and loud, which y'all deserve. You've been hearing my voice here all night long. Thought I'd give you a break. Follow you, please. Absolutely. There you go, buddy. Giving you a follow back. Again, go follow this guy. Looks like he's a young guy. Or he's a dad like myself. He's got 2 followers, buddy. Let's get him up to 10 if we can. Give him some love. Again, if you just found this page randomly, thank you so much for joining us. I am Tom Torre, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. Friday night is the Gears Racing League. Happens every Friday night, at least for the next 4 weeks going forward. And then into 2025. I don't know if the day's going to change. There's a lot of stuff flying around going into next season, and I'm excited for it, no matter where we end up. Gears Cup Series, Gears Racing League will always be home as long as the Horse Boat is a part of this shindig. Love the people at Gears, the drivers, the admins alike. We're going to get back at it here. Ethan Burrell and Matthew Weeks going to lead us off in the front row. James Bowles and Brad Gutierrez, row 2. Row 3 is going to be Kyle Munson and Joseph Enright. Tyrone Reed and TJ Hubbard in row 4. And round out your top 10 in row 5, Van Drugman, question mark, and the 51 of Floyd Stewart. Ethan Burrell going to have control. I dare you to follow everyone on the stream. I'm not doing that, bud. I think I follow most of the people in the stream currently. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. Ethan Burrell, pace car is off. He's got control in the Geico restart zone. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. Fourteen's got himself a little bit of a jump, but the rest of the field will come and track him down, I am certain. Big mover here, Tyrone Reed, but more importantly, Brad Gutierrez started 30th, now up into 3rd. battling the 85 of James Bowles. Do they have the juice to cut it loose? A lot of dinking and diving, and Tristan Acevedo's worked his way up all the way into 11th after starting 29th, having himself a good run here so far. We're inching closer to the halfway point. Guy I haven't spoke much of all season, TJ Hubbard, in this field, running in 6th, trying to get himself his first ever top 10 in gears. As we were on the Van Drugman watch, he is now up into 6th. Again, the guy has 9 wins on the year. He would be the first driver ever to make it double digits. Tonight, history would be made if that happened. And before I say too much, let's get into our first Loose and Loud, sponsored by the relief efforts here of Operation Airdrop. Fuel helicopters to save North Carolina mountain communities and save our allies.
yellow flag is out.
We have ourselves another yellow flag. Let's see what it's for. Bring it back in now from that loose and loud. Not sure what transpired, but let's find out. Oh, yeah, there it is. Boom, there it is. Oh, shit. Tell me nothing bad happens after the bad is awesome. I'm glad that he's all right. Team's going to be pissed. Well, let's back that up and see what we can find here. And ride on board. Let's go with Kyle Munson because, I don't know. Just seemed like, well, he's behind him, obviously. And there it is. Does Munson save it? Oh, he does. Relatively unscathed, but Tyrone Reed unfortunately eating it. And that is unfortunate for the 773 team. Not something you would hope to see, but you know it happens. Down pit lane, these drivers come. Let's see what they got as far as who's going to get off the line first. Again, a pleasure having you all along for the ride here tonight, whether you're lurking or twerking or hanging out, doing what you're doing. Appreciate you bringing the Gears Racing League into your home or mobile device. Oh, Perrin Huggins off the line first. Doing the field dirty. I bet you that was fuel only right now. Again, we've seen some crazy shit here so far here tonight. It's been a pleasure. Go KB, he says. Kurt Busch. Kyle Busch. Again, this is the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 at Auto Club Speedway. Race 29 of 33, only 4 races after this. It's been an amazing year. And honestly, I cannot wait for 2025, man. I cannot wait for 2025. I know there's been a lot of discussions on schedule length. There's been a lot of discussion on what car we're going to use. There's been a lot of discussion on a lot of everything, how to make this better. DZ Kefta Bo. Hopefully I said that right. Tell me where. It says, where's Denny Hamlin? Denny Hamlin, Matthew Weeks is currently in 8th place. But appreciate you bringing us up to 493, 7 away from the road to 500. Holy shit. Curtis, I'm just here to root for my boys, the 4, the 11, the 14, the 78, and the 88. Hell yeah. I like most of those guys. As we get set to get back to green flag action. Turn down this music. It's always good to have, though, I'll tell you. Love having this music along. I know some people aren't fans of metal. I am. It's kind of where I'm rooted. I'm open to a lot of different types of music, though. But I'm not a crazy man. Perrin Huggins, Brad Gutierrez, Jacob Malone, Travis Stroney, Justin Shoup, TJ Hubbard, Skylar Comstock, Matthew Weeks, David Tucker, and Ethan Burrell, your top 10. As we get back to go at it Pace car, get the hell out of here. We're ready to start. Huggins control the restart zone. Let's get back to racing here, boys, with the Gears Cup Series and the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. Ballsy to make it 3 or 4 wide. You know, some are on fresh tires, some are not. But there he is, Barrett Huggins, your leader. Next time I have an opportunity to do it, I'll show you the points. Again, if you're just joining us, a lot on the line here tonight. Van Drugman is basically has secured his place in the top 4 and possibly for the championship with a win here tonight. Ultimately, he has secured his place in the top 4. Brad Gutierrez, I think he's almost a lock. A good finish tonight. He's in 3rd currently. Good finish here tonight will basically lock him in. So it's basically the last 2 spots, the 3rd and the 4th seat, that's kind of up for grabs between 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 7th and 8th, I think, have an outside shot, but they'd have to do a lot of damage here tonight, and their competitors would have to do really poorly. Justin Shoup in that middle ground, fighting for a spot in the championship 4, doing all he can to make it happen. Travis Stroney, another one of those race car drivers, doing the same thing, trying to make it to the top 4. It has been a difficult road. Again, 33 races on a season. You have to make a certain number of races just to even be eligible to get here, to get to this point in the season, to be even in the discussion for the championship is an honor in itself. Not a lot of people have attention spans for a 33-race season. Huggins, Burrell, Malone, Gutierrez, and Shoup, your top 5 with Tucker, Bowles, Salyers, Comstock, and Drugman. Your top 10 as we are on Van Drugman watch with the 45 again, making history as he collects wins. The most wins in a single season by one driver. He's already got that in the history books of Gears. But he would be also the first to have double-digit victories in a single year in Gears. Everything he does to this point is record-setting. He's led, I would imagine, the most number of laps in Gears history in a single season. The young man dominates the sport. Does he belong here? I don't know, but I love having him. Yes, he belongs here. I'm just talking shit. Oh, banging doors is Bowles and Malone. And I'm not talking Karl Malone. That just aged myself pretty damn hard. This is Aiken. Oh, shit. TJ, what's his face? All around on the backstretch. Hubbard. No caution from what I can hear. We are continuing on, but it looks like Nathan Fuller said, hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. That was an ice cream sandwich of love. No caution. Where's Elliott? Let's look where the number 9 is. That's funny. Funny that I know exactly who you're talking about. Mike DeWalt. Again, loves long walks on the beach after work. Riding his tricycle all over town. Presses the ladies with the 3-wheeler. kidding aside, big fan of DeWalt. Give him a lot of shit. So take nothing what I say about him. Seriousness. Cody Johnson with 50 bits, dude. How are you? I hope you are well, man. I haven't talked to you in a long time. I hope things are well on your side of the earth. Oh, I see you found the horse boat emoji. That's hot. I love it. Up front here is Perrin Huggins, Ethan Burrell, Matt Albert, James Bowles, and Matthew Weeks. Van Drugman, Keaton Salyers, Trey Holmes, Kyle Munson, and David Tooker, your top 10, and they are interchanging as we speak. Again, Johnson, appreciate the bits, bro. Nice to see that you're still around. I try to pop in your streams when I can, but it's mostly when I'm working. I gotta get your kind of. I know you. I think you own a business from what I remember. I gotta do that shit so I can race. Huggins, Burrell, Bowles, Albert, and Weeks, your top 5, right on board with the 11 of Matthew Weeks. Should I mention we're less than 50 laps to go to the conclusion of this one. And it's been a great race here so far. Had some cautions early. Definitely happy with, oh shit, there it goes. Oh, Albert able to keep it together, but we saw that live. P5, number 11, yes, he has got it. But the 45 is in 4th. Trying to march to win number 10. Perrin Huggins, Ethan Burrell, James Bowles, Van Drugman, and Matthew Weeks, your top 5. Trey Holmes, Kyle Munson, Mount Albert, Joseph Enright, and David Tooker, your top 10. Again, Matthew Albert banging doors, banging sheet metal with the 11. Oh, Keaton. Keaton exited stage left, and he's back. What? Mariah Carey. This is a menage a trois of pain. See this battle here. Comstock in 12th, just ahead of this group. Justin Shoup, Mike DeWalk, and Dorian Davis, Jacob Malone. Seems like when they get further on this green flag run, it's not as fun. Kidding aside, you guys are having a good time. Yeah, this is 3 wide. Tristan Avocado off his Acevedo. Oh, Wells taking Malone to the curb.
Yellow flag.
And that is weirdly, we caught that here live. What the heck happened here? He was trying to think he was clear, and he wasn't clear at all. What in the world? That was very boneheaded of the 91. Let's back that ass up and see what we can see with the Gears Cup Series Instant Replay powered by meandyourmom.com. Let's get on that gyro. Yeah, I just tagged him. I don't think it was malicious, but I don't think he knew he was there. That's just being real. I don't know. I mean, that's just me. It's speculation. Again, I am the broadcaster. I do not make these decisions. I purely speculate on what I see. I calls it like I sees it. Like, I don't know what that was. Like, what are you doing? You were running in line with the 19. You're like, hey, I'm going to switch lanes. Fuck it. I don't know, man. To me, Should have stayed in your lane. Takedown, yeah. Exactly. I don't know if you ever played the Burnout series. Takedowns were important. Again, we are over halfway home, having a good night here. Friday night in October. Trying to keep it real as best as we can. This race has had a lot of ups and downs, ins and outs. But a good time to get up and get a beverage as we're going to take a commercial break, get right back at it. Gears Cup Series and the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 here on Casa de la Horsespo. All right, if you are here and back, you are watching the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 right here on Casa de la Horsespo. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horsespo, getting ready to get back at it. Hopefully you grabbed a beverage, did whatever you needed to do to get the job done, to get back here on time. I'm truly grateful for that. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing. Ethan Burrell and James Bowles is going to be on your front row with Van Drugman and Kyle Munson, Joseph Enright and Perrin Huggins, Trey Holmes and David Tucker, Dustin Wells and Skylar Comstock rounding out your top 10. Again, we had a good few laps there of green flag racing. Hopefully we can make that a normal thing here tonight. Maybe keep it green the rest of the way. That would be awesome. Van Drugman right there in third. I just want to point that out. I know everybody's trying to race him as hard as they can. It's your potential 2024 champion right here. You got to make him earn it. You got to burn it to earn it. Ethan Burrell control in the Geico restart zone. Pace car is off. We are going to get back at it for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 for the Gears Cup Series only here on Casa de la Horsespo. Now, I know it's lap 59. I was going to share with you my thoughts in the pre-race show about Kevin Harvick. As a young man growing up, my father was a huge Dale Earnhardt fan. Okay, I want to stress that in the most enthusiastic way possible. We had a shrine, man. We had diecast, we had pictures, we had a big frame poster. Like, we had everything, man. It was borderline. If you walked our house, be like, what the fuck is that? But we were big fans of him. I've only seen my dad cry twice. Well, actually, I'd say 3 times. But the 2 times that I'm thinking of in particular was when my grandfather passed away and the day that Dale Earnhardt died. The following week at Atlanta, where Kevin Harvick debuted and he won by, you know that if you've watched the race, you've seen it. I was a Kevin Harvick fan that day. And I've always been a Kevin Harvick fan at heart. But at that point in time, he meant so much to the sport. And really gave a positive foot forward for RCR at that point after losing a legend of the sport. For a young man to come in and do what he did was nothing short of remarkable and very touching. So although I wasn't a Kevin Harvick supporter all my life for all these years, Kevin Harvick had a special place in my heart for just what he did that day. So Kevin Harvick has meant a lot to the sport since his debut, since his retirement. And a lot of us hold Kevin Harvick in their heart. As Ryan Robertson bounces off the wall in turn 4, Justin Shoup is going to take advantage of that and move up a little bit. But your leader right now is the 8 of Perrin Huggins, making a move on the 14 of Ethan Burrell for the lead, and here we go. Perrin Huggins, Ethan Burrell, David Tucker, Van Drugman, and Kyle Munson, your top 5. Kyle Munson, 8th in the point standings, in the championship 8. Trying his everything, his damnedest to have a good finish in front of his competitors tonight to even stand a chance going into Homestead next week. Again, less than 40 laps to go. He is working it, girlfriend. Jacob Malone in the 32, making his presence felt as well. Oh, Bowles goes around.
The yellow flag is out.
Just can't seem to keep it together, Grandpa. Looks like he was already loose as we're chiming in on him right now. Comstock kind of finished the job. Nothing happened after that, it looks like. So again, just bad calculations by the 85, causing him to get out of control. And that high line is wonderful, and I think a lot of people will choose to use it, a lot of drivers would. But when you start fishtailing, you catch the front of another person's car just right. Bada big, bada boom. You're done. You're just done. And that's what happened to the 85 of James Bowles. Back out now to our live shot. Again, next week, Monday night, Save the Tatas Breast Cancer Awareness 150 at WWT for the Donut Box Cup Series. Right here, starting about 8:10 Eastern Time, 7:10 Central. For your destination for Monday Night Racing is right here for the Donut Box Cup Series in Casa de la Horsesboat. Tomorrow night, we have the Bottom Dollar Racing League. Looking forward to the call on that, Going to play some music while they go down pit lane. Mike DeWalt presuming the lead. Got to get that bonus point in. I don't blame him. Got to do everything you can to make it count. Huggins looking like he's gotten off, pit road first. I panned away just as he was getting off of pit road. My bad on that. Ooh. Again, post-race show following the conclusion of the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. We have the podium finishers, I hope. And then we'll tee it up for Homestead. Again, the cutoff race as we inch closer to the conclusion of the 2024 season. It just feels like a couple weeks ago we were just mid-season. Everybody was feeling good, and now we're right in dead smack in the middle of the playoffs with the championship on the line. Man we're looking at right here is trying to get over that finish line. Last year and the year before, either in first or in second, entering the final race of the season, and then coming up short into second again. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Mike DeWalt looking on the outside, looking in tonight when it comes to points. Again, entering the race tonight will show you the 9, the 8, the 21, and the 40 have the most to gain from a good finish here tonight. And they should finish in front of the 4 above them, the 45, the 84, the 5, and the 999. If they can do that, they stand a chance. Van Drugman locked in for the championship 4. I'm just going to say that. Dude could crash out tonight and tomorrow night, and I still think he would be right where he's going to be. Again, the most wins in Gears Cup Series history in a single season is the 45 of Van Drugman, and if he wins tonight, would be win number 10 on the year and marking his name again in the history books. Mike DeWalt, Joseph Enright in row 1, Stephen Gurley Jr., Ryan Robinson, row 2, Perrin Huggins and David Tucker, row 3, Skylar Comstock and Jacob Malone, row 4, and rounding out your top 10, and in row 5, Brad Gutierrez and Van Drugman. Pace car is going to exit stage left. Stage right? I don't know. 9 car has control in the Geico restart zone. Here we go, getting back at her for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 at Auto Club. DeWalt getting the bonus points he needs tonight for that lap lead. Even if he doesn't win, that's going to be huge. That race mid-pack. Look at the congestion. It's like a TSA. Pat him down line as you approach your flight. 4 wide. Between Salyers, Burrell, Kendorian Davis, and it was, looks like Dustin Wells. Or Gurley. I think it was Gurley. They have identical schemes. I can't tell the hell which of them apart. But Mike DeWalt is your leader right now with Jake Malone following him closely. Perrin Huggins, David Tucker, and Ryan Robertson right there. Robertson bouncing back after some trouble. And he's been able to put it together here so far. Big hats off to the 66 team. Again, kind of a somber evening for the 66. This will be his last race of the season for him. But a big shout out to a wonderful career opportunity for him. And we hope to see him back in 2025. Malone passing on the inside of Mike DeWalt. We have ourselves a lead change, and that is the 32 of Jacob Malone. "31 laps to go as we approach the start-finish line. Malone is your leader. Perrin Huggins, Mike DeWalt, Ryan Robertson, and David Tucker, your top 5. Of competition here as we enter, I don't know, about 9th on back. 9th being the 14 of Ethan Burrell. Van Drugman on the outside looking in 12th. I can't tell you how much he wants this championship. It's not just something like, oh, yeah, no big deal. No, he's been grinding for this. Interview with another Gears Racing League admin, employee, I don't know what you want to call him, executive. This week, secrets were told that he just grinds, man. He grinds in test sessions. He figures these tracks out in the conditions that we're laying out. And I bet that he does it at multiple different track temperatures to get a feel of what he's going to anticipate. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does. But whatever the case is, he is a committed kid. And hats off to you. And I didn't even tell you what the best part was tonight. Again, the winner of this race, I believe, a top 3 in a rando. So here we go. Again, sponsored by Stephen Gurley Jr. for this. First place will earn $12. Second place will earn $8. Third place will earn $5. And a randomly selected driver will earn an additional $5. Again, it's not much, but it's something for these guys. Again, if you pay $10 to be a part of this, you essentially get your money back. Base Puppy says he wants to ship, but had to debate whether or not to leave this race early to go get a Subway sandwich. What the fuck? A Subway sandwich? That guy's an asshole. Jacob Malone, currently your leader pair in Huggins, Matthew Weeks, David Tucker, and Brad Gutierrez, your top 5. And we're going to bring it back in for another Loose and Loud. Closing in on 25 laps to go.
Caution, yellow flag.
And we have a caution right before I do it. Who is the perpetrator? Let's find out. Oh, what do we got? Just here for the wreck, C-Law says. Looks like that's the 7 car of Joseph Enright. See what we got here. Just getting a little loose with Kyle Munson. I don't know if he had something to do with it or not. Let's find out. Yeah, got into him just a little bit to get him loose. Yeah, not malicious by any intent. But again, doesn't look good. Again, we're going to have this Loose and Loud under caution here. Sponsored by Rescue Leak, or Leak Rescue Plumbing LLC out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Bringing you back in now from that short, loose and loud. As it looks like we're going to get back at it. Matthew Weeks and David Tucher going to be on the front row with Ethan Burrell and Justin Shoup, Keaton Salyers and Connor Rowe, Kyle Munson and Matt Albert, Perrin Huggins and Jacob Malone rounding out your top 10. Curtis, I can relate, man. You get that Taco Bell, bro. Taco Bell means a little hell, but I will endure, as I'm sure some of y'all would, for some of that good Taco Bell love and action. Pace car is off. Felt like I've said that a little too much here tonight. Green flag action for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. I don't care. The name of the race is cool, and we're getting back at it. Burrell going to the inside. Matthew Weeks staying in his lane. Going to be clear of the 14 for the moment. 14, no help. Shoup in fourth right now. Top 6 have single filed out. Matthew Weeks in the 11 machine off and running. Only 8 cautions in 75 laps. Hot damn. Weeks, Burrell, Tucher, Shoup, and Rowe, your top 5. Burrell to the inside of Matthew Weeks for the lead. Points leader is at currently 26th. Currently considering a Subway sandwich, I am told. Good for him, you know, just grabbing life by the horns and bull by the horns. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. He's a points leader. Do what the hell he wants. He acts like he's a king. Oh, as we see some action between the 48 and the 40. Touching tips and nothing else. Weeks, Burrell, Tucher, Huggins, and Rowe, your top 5. Connor Rowe getting loose out of 2, trying to make something out of his race car here tonight. Got in some trouble early, trying to hang with the rest of the field. Jacob Malone getting a run of a lifetime on the inside of 3 and 4. Trying to go the inside of the 999 of Jacob Shoup, pushing it 3 wide. Now it's a battle for 5th place between Malone and Shoup. Keaton Salyers trying to get in that argument as well. He's having a great run here tonight, the 2022 Gears Cup Series champion. See some action back here with the 78 of Justin Vandermeer, Kyle Munson, and Brad Gutierrez. Watching it live, Keaton Salyers getting loose.
The yellow flag is out.
Banging into Connor Rowe, and Keaton Salyers getting connected in the worst way possible. That's gonna hoit. Let's back that ass up and see what we could see with the Gears Cup Series Instant Replay, powered by MainYourMom.com. Rowe minding his own business. Salyers is like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out, and kablamo. Salyers able to keep his car mostly intact. But that right side, I would imagine, is scuffed up something fierce. Drivers on the pit lane one more time. Perrin Huggins assuming the lead at this point. Let's get a conversation. Let's find somebody to talk to, shall we? I know it's a little late in the race. Let's talk to the man involved in the accident. Keaton, you got a copy?
I do have a copy.
Hey. Yeah, just bringing you on the show here real quick. What happened there? Did you just get loose and brake?
I got loose and I overcorrected. That's all that happened. I suck.
No, you don't suck. Shit happens when you party naked and it's auto club, so I fully expect that to happen once or twice. Is your car good to go, or you got some damage you're going to have to sit for a bit?
I got some damage. I'm probably going to fix about half of it, but then if I don't get more cautions, I'm pretty much out of it. But I should be okay if I get another caution.
Well, that Miami heat machine was looking sweet up near the front. Sorry to hear of your troubles, but I do hope you can get back in contention. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you, thank you.
That was Keaton Zowers, the 2022 Gears Cup Series champion, involved in that wreck. You don't like to see that, but you know what happens, so you just kind of deal with it. Talk to another guy here while we got time. Brian Gutierrez, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm sure you were trying to talk strategy as you're getting towards the end of the race. Brad, you've been hanging up near the front all night. Started 30th, now up into 5th. How do you feel about your chances here going into the later stages of the race?
I mean, I love this track. This track is great. I didn't expect the tire wear or the tire situation that we're experiencing right now, but yeah, I feel great. Just kind of hope we get like a good green flag run here. I feel like I can get up there. Hopefully not wreck, but I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good here.
All right, well, I wish you the best of luck, man, and yeah, go get her done, man.
Thanks. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You are welcome. That was the 84 of Brad Gutierrez, giving us a little piece of his mind and just a glimpse of his time. As we get set to go back to green flag racing, Perrin Huggins and Jacob Malone going to be in row 1. Mike DeWalt and Matt Albert row 2. Brad Gutierrez and Kyle Munson row 3. With Skylar Comstock and Travis Stroney row 4. With Kentorian Davis and Brandon Meyer rounding out your top 10. Getting set to go back green flag racing here now. And the conclusion of the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 here at Auto Club Speedway. Next week is going to be Homestead.
Green.
Hopefully you'll be along for that one. But Perrin Huggins leading us down and away like a herd of turtles. With 16 laps to go. Shit, rough and rowdy.
The yellow flag is out.
Van Drugman involved in that. Looks like very minimally, but is in general. Let's see what happened. Looks like between the 12, the 4, and the 45, Menage a Trois Pain breaking loose. And let's follow along with the 45 here and see what kind of information we can gather. See it in real time here for the moment. Oh, yeah, looks like there was another car involved in that as well. Yeah, the 12 78 Perel, Shoop involved. Oh, a couple of playoff contenders. Oh, Josh Cole just not having a good time, straight up. Watch it back one more time, and it looks like Robert Fitzpatrick just broke loose just enough to bang into the 4, while the 45 was close enough. Yeah, caused him to go up, get a little loose. Nothing he could do. Oh, 4 gets hit by the 22. Oh, and that T-bone right there at the end. Really not what you wanted to see if you are a 45 fan. But that is the nitty-gritty. Again, we're getting into the late stages of the race. Auto Club has proven to be a challenge for some of these guys. Trying to take it to the limit. But what is the limit? That is definitive on the driver's skill. And I'm not calling anybody out, so don't put me on blast with that shit. Just saying in general. Again, next week is going to be Homestead, Miami for the cutoff race to determine who will be the championship 4. That'll be here next week live, October 11th. Hopefully, you'll be here and be a part of that. As we are 7 followers away from 500. Hopefully, I get to do a giveaway next week. That would be dope. Again, one last shout out here tonight. If you want to help the people in North Carolina, this is the way to do it. Operation Airdrop via Facebook. Few helicopters to save North Carolina mountain communities on the GoFundMe site. And just the same as look up Save Our Allies. They need your support. And FEMA ain't doing shit. We need your help. Aaron Huggins and Jacob Malone to lead us off for what I hope is the final caution of the evening as we determine who's the winner of the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. Mike DeWalt, Matt Albert, row 2. Skylar Comstock, Brad Gutierrez, row 3. Kendorian Davis and Travis Stroney, row 4, with Brandon Meyer and Tristan Acevedo rounding out our top 10. Again, Gears Cup Series post-race show to follow. Hopefully you're hanging out for that as well. Perrin looking good tonight, but is he a lock to bring home the checkered flag? Mike DeWalt, Brad Gutierrez, Travis Stroney have different thoughts on that. Will it be Van Drugman crawling back for all the way from 17th? To get win number 10. Don't know, don't care. Let's get back at it as Perrin Huggins leads us down.
Green.
For what I hope is the conclusion of the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. Aaron Huggins leading us down, 11 laps to go. Loose and Loud, redeemed by Base Puppy, will make it happen for you. Let's do it. Loose and Loud, sponsored by Leak Rescue Plumbing LLC, Charlotte, North Carolina.
The yellow flag is out.
From the Loose and Loud. We are nearing the end of this race. This is going to be amazing. Jacob Malone and Baron Huggins on row 1 with Mike DeWalt and Brad Gutierrez in row 2. Row 3 is going to be Skylar Comstock and Matt Albert with Matthew Weeks and Kendorian Davis, and rounding out your top 10, Brandon Meyer and Travis Stroney. As I'll remind you one more time before this race ends, next week we'll be at Homestead, Miami, the cutoff race to determine the championship 4. I cannot wait to be with you. Same bad time, same bad channel here on Casa de la Horse Boat, starting at 7:45 Eastern Time. The 32 has control in the Geico restart zone as we're going to get back right at it to determine who's going to win the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200 right here at Auto Club.
Green flag, green flag.
7 laps to go when we cross the start-finish line. Let's get it on. Playoff contenders are 3 of the top 5. And then 5 out of the top 10. So literally half of the top 10 are playoff drivers right now. Again, keeping our eyes peeled to the front of the field. In-race interview, Brad Gutierrez looking to the inside in the HendrickCars.com. Apparently didn't know who the hell their sponsor was. Moving up into third in front of Mike DeWalt. Perrin Huggins to the inside of the 8 machine. Trying to bring home the bacon. Ooh, 9 in the 11, almost making a twin tower of pain. 32 in the 8, side by side, going into 3 and 4. Malone in the third machine, tongue out, jamming at the hoop, and Huggins trying to save Malone. He does, but he cost it to himself. We've got a caution. And Perrin Huggins avoiding, Connor Rowe hitting the wall. But avoiding everyone, I believe. Let's back that ass up and see what we can find. Gears Cup Series instant replay. Tried to keep Malone together in doing so. Spun himself around, proverbially costing him the race. Minimal damage at most there. Good Lord. Tried to cross over and get to the inside and just got his corner panel. Let's back it up and get the nose of the 8 just to see what he could see. Sees him come up. He's like, yeah, I'll take that to the inside. And, oh, good Lord. Ka-chow. Ooh, that was close. That was close, but that changes the game. That changes everything. 5 laps to go, 3 laps to go, I believe, when we go back to green flag racing. But Brad Gutierrez this is it for him. That was the optimum of what could happen for the 84 team. One of two of the best drivers in this race are now to the back of the field. Now the 11 of Matthew Weeks is a strong contender. Mike DeWalt is as well, and I don't know if he's been saving something. Maybe he's got something for these leaders. But you see Matt Albert, he's right in there as well. Skylar Comstock in the thick of it. Ken Dorian Davis, runner-up of the Sprocket Series Championship. We got the Sprocket Series champion, Brandon Meyer, in 8th. Travis Stroney in contention in the playoffs. Van Drugman in 9th, not out of this picture yet. And then rounding out your top 10 is Trey Holmes. Will be 2 to go when we go back to green flag racing. 3 possible overtime attempts. Base Puppy, also our race control, giving us the insight in the chat. Big shout out to Nate Williams. Aaron Huggins wasn't able to get out in front of the pace car, but go a lap down surely. His night is doomed. And that is unfortunate if you're the 8 team, just couldn't time it up right. Hart goes out with him. Deal Racer 24 sent Pear and Praying. They don't make it to the white there. I believe they can, but it's going to be tough. Brad Gutierrez, Matthew Weeks in row 1. Mike DeWalt, Skylar Comstock, row 2. Matt Albert and Kendorian Davis, row 3. Travis Stroney, Brandon Meyer, row 4. Rounding out your top 10, as I mentioned, Van Drugman and Trey Holmes. This is about to get as real as it gets here in the Gears Cup Series. Crunch time with the green-white checker. 2 to go when we cross the start-finish line. Pace car is off. Matthew Weeks is blinking. 84 control in the Geico restart zone.
Green, green, green.
Here we go. Here we go. Gutierrez and DeWalt off and running like a herd of turtles. Stroney right there. Who's got something for him? Van Drugman appearing on screen, in frame, trying to crack that top 5. He's going to do so. If they make it back across this start-finish line, we will have 1 lap to go. And it looks like we're going to get there. Could it be? We will. I saw somebody go into... Yeah, it looks like everybody's crashing. Brandon Meyer and looks like Keaton Salyers. Brad Gutierrez out in front as we enter the final lap. Matthew Weeks in second. Mike DeWalt in third. Van Drugman looking to make a push in fourth. Win number 10 slipping away turn by turn as we're on the backstretch. Brad Gutierrez in 3 and 4. All he's got to worry about is the 11 of Matthew Weeks. Does 11 have anything for him? Fuck no, he doesn't. He comes off at turn 4. Your winner, the 84 Harvick, or Hendrick cars, for the Harvick Tribute 200 winner, Brad Gutierrez. Pour some champagne on Team RGR, because they pretty much locked themselves into the next round. Congratulations. Win number 3 for Brad Gutierrez. What a finish. What a finish. Brad Gutierrez, your winner. The unofficial race results on the left side of your screen. Gutierrez, Weeks, DeWalt, Drugman, Albert, your top 5. Stroney, Burrell, Kendorian or Trey Holmes, Kendorian Davis, and Ryan Robertson rounding out your top 10. We'll be right back. We have post-race interviews. The thoughts of our podium finishers up next. All right, bringing you back in for the Gears Cup Series post-race show. Again, a wonderful finish here tonight. We had to work to get there, but we got there, damn it. And we are proud to call it a night for the Gears Cup Series. Again, Homestead, Miami next week. But let's start with getting our third-place finisher. Had a great run here tonight. Mike DeWalt started third, finished third. How are you doing, bro? And welcome to the show.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. Feeling good with that result. Definitely on eggshells that whole race, and a lot of different tire strategies and whatnot. Definitely fortunate for us to have about 20 laps. The last 20 laps were filled with cautions, obviously, which was good. Just because I didn't think I was a third-place car. So definitely got a better result than I expected. Really fun racing when we were green. Obviously had a rash of cautions there, but that's kind of just how it works. But this car on this track, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people were good with running loose. There was a couple out there that I don't think could shred the gnar as good as some of the more skilled drivers in our league. But Mike, finishing third, huge for your playoff implications heading into Homestead next week. Anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Shout out to my teammates, Connor, Nathan, and especially Matt. Matt definitely helped me on the last few restarts there, being right behind me. So thank you to them.
All right. Well, congratulations, man, on a third-place finish. And hopes to making the Final Four here next week as we head to Homestead. Congratulations, brother.
Let's do it. Thanks, man.
That was the 9 of Mike DeWalt finishing in third. And let's talk to our runner-up here tonight. Matthew Weeks had a great car, great-looking car. You look good, smell good, you feel good, you make love good, too. Matthew Weeks, how you feeling with a second-place finish?
It sucks because I felt like I was probably one of the cars to beat tonight. Just a lot of cautions, and I didn't want that one late race, that last caution to come out because I felt like I had enough laps to get up there with my fresher tires, but it's still good. I mean, I want to win. It's been a while since I've won a gear, so we just keep chipping away at these podiums every single week, it feels like.
Now, I got to ask you, man, because you were here last year mid to late in the season. How do you feel the competition has? Do you feel it has grown, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it has
it's a
grown
loaded
a lot.
question, man, so let's just get your opinion out there.
Yeah, it has grown a lot from last season. The field has gotten faster, especially with some of the new guys that are in here too this season. So it is harder to win races now, I think, than it was last season. So definitely.
Well, the challenge is there. Again, congratulations on a second place finish. You started you started on the pole, finished in second. Unfortunately for you, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to JV Designs, my buddy Justin Vetemero. He painted this beautiful scheme I ran tonight. It's probably I'd say this one and my other scheme are these are my all-time favorite schemes. Hit him up on Twitter, man. He'll paint you something, anything you want on a car. Everyone that watched, it was kind of a crappy race with all the cautions, but some good.
We got through it, man. We got through it.
Yeah, it was some good hard battling, so hopefully everyone enjoyed that and what you do in the booth and all the admins that run the league. Let's keep it up, and we'll be here next week to try to finally get a win.
Yeah, Homestead, Miami is next week, and really it's up for anybody to grab. So, again, congratulations. I know it's not what you wanted as far as the second-place finish, but you're up here again, and I talked to you again. So, again, congratulations. Have a good night, man.
All right, man. Thank you. You too.
That was the 11 of Matthew Weeks. Thank you very much. And your winner, win number 3 on the year, the 84, Brad Gutierrez, bringing home the checkered flag for the Kevin Harvick Tribute 200. And, dude, I talked to you during that caution. You felt pretty confident. You felt pretty good. You were able to bring the green flag home. How are you feeling going to that last restart?
I was excited once. I had a feeling once I got to third that Malone and Perrin were going to get into it. I don't know. I just had some kind of instinct that would happen. It happened. And once I had the lead, I was like, all right, it's my race to lose at this point. We did fairly well throughout the day, despite all the tire issues that we're all having. But, yeah, we did pretty
that's
good
what I've been
throughout
hearing.
the day. Yeah, we did good throughout the day, overcame all that, and just took advantage of some mishaps from other guys around the field.
Yeah, considering all the cautions, you were able to persevere through it. Your teammate, Skyler, and Yahir, not so lucky as far as it goes. But again, you came home with the checker flag. That's what's most important, keeping you in contention to make the top 4 and contend for the championship. So congratulations to you on that. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to tonight?
Yeah, definitely my RGR guys, Skyler, Yahir. I know Skyler was having a decent day. I don't know where he finished. Let's see where he finished. Oh, he dropped. So yeah, we're doing a decent day, all of 3 of us, and they got caught up and stuff. So unfortunately for them, but bringing RGR the win, that doesn't, I'm happy about that. I want to shout out my Asphalt Media guys over there that let us come out over here, and that's about it. You guys for hosting these.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that, man. And again, congratulations. You and our team RGR, they're a great team. I hope to see you guys in 2025. You guys kick ass, man. You literally come out every week. You bring it every week. And you're a contender, bro, plain and simple as it is. Congratulations, man. I hope you go on the weekend and you enjoy this victory.
Yeah, thank you, man. We'll definitely be here for 2025.
Hell yeah.
But, the season's not over yet. We still got to worry about beating Drugman here, so.
That's right.
Try and do that.
The job ain't done yet, so he's not worried about 2025. He's worried about right here and fucking right now. The 84 Brad Gutierrez winning tonight. Congratulations, brother. Enjoy that victory.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
You are welcome, and that's going to wrap it up here tonight for the Gears Racing League and the Gears Cup Series. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat. Homestead, Miami next week for the cutoff race. I know I'm just as excited as you are. Same bat time, same bat channel. See you next week. And see you on the next one.